live?
We are live.
We are live and alive. Don't show Peter and Ryan right now. Do not show them.
I'm planning on showing them the whole podcast.
That's a very good. I love that
Peter,
we are.
what do you
in
got to say
control.
about that?
Don't show them. Don't show them yet, guys. We told you. We promised to the people. We say stuff certain times, right? But now we got to show that we are backing it up.
And not dead yet.
We told everybody who supports us, who's always engaged with our posts, who's donating, who's subscribing, who's doing all that good stuff, supporting our sponsors, that we were going to get another camera because this one they loved. They loved the look of this. But guess what? We said the next time we will have another camera to see these guys' beautiful faces. Michael, I think it's time. Show them. Show them how it looks.
They see us right now?
They see us.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever seen two better looking guys? I mean, come on.
The last angle.
Yeah, all right now.
There we go.
To be honest, I don't know if people wanted to see you guys in this HD. I don't know if they want to see any of us in this HD because this is like 4K resolution right now.
Next level stuff,
It's
right?
next
It's
level.
dangerous.
It's next level.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, guys, we have so much that is going to come. We had Milan, who became winter champions. We had Inter, who tied to Udinese. Juventus bouncing back. We've got the Derby della Madonnina tomorrow. We've got one of our biggest and most important sponsors that we've ever had on our channel that we're going to talk about here. There is jokes coming. We've already poured our champagne. Before we get into everything, I know every single comment right now is Antonio. We're just going to address it real quick, and then we can move on. Listen, we're in a weird time right now with everything that's happening in this world. Antonio is of a certain age that he'll get mad at me for saying that, but he is that he can't come to the studio to do live podcasts. Ryan, Michael, Ryan, me, and Peter already had it. We've passed through it. We've had this certain time period where we're allowed to be there. None of us are seeing anybody else besides our very, very limited and close family. Antonio doesn't have the liberty to be able to take the risk and come here, even with his mask, even with all that stuff. We're hoping that soon he will be able to get the vaccine and then he'll be back. He's dying to be back. He's so mad. The best thing I could tell you to do, because we have to find some sort of solution, we'll try to do the Zoom podcast, even though we don't like them. But if you follow IFTV Antonio on Instagram, he's going to be just sending a shit ton of videos.
Selfie videos of him rambling and ranting on. So, guys, check that out.
So that's
IFTV Antonio.
It's not that Antonio's kicked out. It's not that he doesn't want to see you. He's dying to be back on, but he's got to respect the wishes of his family and the safety of himself until he could be back inside of the studio. Same thing for my dad.
Yeah, same thing for both of them. So hopefully within the next week or so, they get the vaccine and we're back to a regular conundrum, right?
Exactly. Yeah, my dad should be back very, very soon. We've got the path to get him back extremely soon, by February. Antonio's a little bit more difficult, but we'll work through it. Guys, tomorrow we'll also be streaming live for Milan against Inter. We might have a special guest.
Might. We'll see.
We're not going to tell you who it is. Can we tell them if...
No, we got to, because he's not 100% yet.
Nothing.
I don't want us to get anyone.
Can we say it's a former player?
Yeah, you can say that.
He's a player.
Okay, that's fine. That's
played in Serie A. That's it. We might have him live.
I like how you squeeze another one that's played in Serie A.
Yeah, come on. I got to give them something.
That's not 100%. That's what
He also played in Premier League.
Huh?
He also played in Premier League. Yeah.
Wow.
Ryan doesn't even know.
We got to figure this out. I want to know his name.
Everybody's going to be nailing
I want to know
down.
his name. I didn't know nothing about this.
I know. Ryan actually doesn't know. So, guys, welcome. Let's get this podcast rolling. Should we talk about Milan? I think we should give Milan the respect. They're winter champions. Yes. They did lose 3-0 to Atalanta, which was incredible.
That's disrespect right there.
We'll talk about the Ibra-Zapata fight. But winter champions, AC Milan, halfway through the season, of course. Winter champs, the last 19 out of 26 teams have gone on to win the Scudetto. A little stat right there. But I think that it's very fair to say nobody at this point expected AC Milan to have been in first place. They are, even despite a loss to Atalanta. So first, let's touch just a little bit on how great Milan season has been. And I will say, completely wrong, I did not expect them to be in this position. But on top of that, we've never really seen the full AC Milan. It's been months since we've seen that. Every time Zlatan comes back, somebody else gets sick. Somebody else gets hurt. So we haven't even seen the best of AC Milan come together yet they're still in first place. Peter, our Inter fan on this podcast, give us your thoughts.
Listen, it's unfortunate that Antonio's not here because I would have congratulated him with the champagne, of course, for the winter champions.
And the loss, right? I'm assuming you.
Oh, the loss. Listen, you're versing. Yeah, you're versing Atalanta. You're versing Atalanta, so it's okay to say the least. But by going back to the point of winter champs, listen, my hat goes off to them. We predicted, I think a lot of us predicted that Milan were going to be in the top four, but just not in this this fashion, right? To be able to be first place with a team that looks, aside from Atalanta and Juventus game, I thought they played every game really, really well. They were in it every single game. And even when the going was going tough, they were able to find a breakthrough, whether it be Ibrahimovic or Theo Hernandez. So, listen, Milan, we discussed it a little bit yesterday even. We were talking about how, on the sporting side, Maldini with Massara and Pioli, they were able to, and still are, able to bring in players that are going to help the cause, right, for Milan. You just got Mandzukic, Tomori. So these are guys that are going to give the extra push for the long run. Mm-hmm. They were looking for Ibra substitute number 9. You got him. Mandzukic, even though his age and we don't know exactly where he's been playing, if he's at the level, the guy is still good. I don't want to hear it. And he's also that type of player that gives his all, which I think Juventus, kind of lack a little bit with those type of players. You guys got rid of them, but
that's why McKennie's been so good.
Yeah, that's been great. And then even off the field, I mean, the marketing, you see what they're able to do with Rock Nation and promote Milan. So overall, Milan have been doing great things. They deserve to be the winter champions. I'm going to say it. They deserve to be the winter champions this year. And as far as my side, I mean, we're right there. We're not far off. But, games like Udinese, not to steer the conversation anywhere, games like Udinese, you have to win if you want to be the Scudetto winners.
You guys could comment on, you don't have to comment on the winter trips. I think Peter and I said enough about it. They did lose to Udinese. Atalanta. I have my mind on Inter. They lost to Atalanta, which Atalanta is a team that, sometimes when Atalanta shows up, they're one of the best teams in Europe. They're extremely hard to beat, and they deserve to win. Milan did not come out there with the right attitude, the right mentality. It wasn't the same Milan that we've seen. These games can happen, obviously, in a season where you've been so good. They had the match against Juventus, and they had this match against Atalanta where they did not show up, and they didn't deserve to have won. Obviously, we also had the little fight between Ibra and Zapata, which we kind of love over here. So Zapata had said to AC Milan, to Zlatan, that, what do you want, the 13th penalty kick of the year? And Ibra responded to Zapata saying that I've got more goals than you've got even matches in your career. This is the beauty of no fans, that you get to hear all of these things. Some people made this a little bit.
But I think Zapata got the last laugh. Goal and 3-0.
It was 3-0 at the time, so it was more of a frustration. I don't know, Zapata, I guess he wanted to provoke him just because, I don't know, maybe he was just messing around with him.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah,
these guys are all good fun.
Darun even posted a video like the Curb My Enthusiasm theme, and I was like, oh boy, Milan fans are gonna come at him. I don't know who's more hated now, Darun or Ryan by the Milan fans.
Come on,
Ryan, what are your thoughts
on the match? I think Milan did not show up at all. Donnarumma wasn't as good. There was a chance where the ball went right through his legs. Should have saved it. You got to be. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Milan have to be consistent, even against the big teams. You can't go up against Atalanta and lose at the San Siro 3-0. Doesn't work that way. And expect to be Scudetto winners, at the end of the year. So it's only time will tell. Only time will tell where Milan will be at the end of the year. Like I said, you got to be consistent, man. You got to be consistent.
The Milan fans are probably texting like crazy.
You got to be consistent. And when you play like that, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty embarrassing. So hopefully they come back tomorrow with a win against Inter if it happens. But playing the way they played against Atalanta, that wouldn't happen. So
I mean, it's first of all, it's Atalanta, so it's not shameful that he lost against them. Maybe 3
at home, 3-0 is very shameful.
Atalanta's a team that we actually post a stat about it today. Atalanta has the most points against the biggest teams in the Serie A. So it goes to show that they never fold against the big teams. They always manage, to stand tall when they play against the big teams. Let's see if this is gonna be a hiccup for Milan. Let's see next game, like how Ryan was saying, and we'll see. Next game's not even Serie A, so it's gonna be Coppa Italia. But we'll see. They're saying Mandzukic is gonna be out for that game.
We'll preview. We're gonna get into that.
We'll see what happens. I think it's just a small little road bump for them.
We have a very good comment. I have to stop by Fabalar98, who says, shameful. Man U lost 6-1 at home to Tottenham.
Yeah, with a red card in the 28th minute.
Wow,
a red card early in the match. You had 11 men on the field, and you couldn't even score a goal at home. That's
only 3. They
embarrassing.
got double the
At least we
goals.
scored a goal at home. That's pretty embarrassing.
Atalanta
With
was
10 men
goals.
on the field.
I love how mad. How mad
But,
But listen, he's on the money, but you know it's 28th minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're very defensive. I feel like you've had to defend yourself against that argument a few times.
Listen,
so you had it prepared.
I laugh at it because guess what? We're first place.
Oh,
So
you
is
sound like
Milan.
Antonio,
So is
man.
Milan.
Yeah, so
You
is
sound
Milan
like
is first
Antonio.
place
Listen,
too.
You are a
but you guys
spitting
are
image of
you guys are
Antonio.
talking about being winter champions. My team was winter champions. I ain't
That's
talking about that because at the end of the day, that
that's
does
an
not
Italian
matter.
thing.
No,
What
no, no.
matters is
About it
at the
Premier
end of
League.
the year.
100%.
If Milan's there at the end of the year, all credit to them. But like I said, they have to be consistent.
No, you're Ryan. You're right, and I don't say winter champs as like to mean it's a real trophy. It is something that for some reason in our culture we've just been known to like take. I don't know why, and we're not saying that it's really a trophy because obviously it's not. But it's a talking point, I guess. And we've got Azizron who says, yes, you're right. Milan is winter champ, but only in the winter. So as Ryan is saying. Let's move on to a team that could not win, that could have been the winter champs also. If Inter would have won, if they would have beaten Udinese, if they put one ball in the back of the net, they would have been winter champs because they had the better goal difference against AC Milan, and Milan lost. Peter, you were very frustrated during this game, even though we had one eye on Milan and then one eye on Inter.
I was gonna make a comment, but I'm gonna refrain.
Marotta?
Oh,
Is that it? I got you. You see, we got that. We got that. I spoke to Antonio. Antonio didn't even watch the Milan game.
Oh.
He only watched the Inter game.
What do you
Oh,
think?
wow.
That guy's a hater.
That's funny
man.
you said that
He's
because
a
I
hater.
shot Antonio a nice text message after the Milan game and he read it and didn't even answer me. So I think he was pretty mad.
He was mad.
He was mad.
I know. Peter?
Well, actually, you know, we had both games. Obviously, I was trying to focus on the Inter game.
By the way, Babalar, you guys were down 3-1 in the 28th minute before the red card.
That's not true. That's not true.
I will check. Sorry.
Look, he's
Peter.
thinking right
Go back
second
and-
on
I will
that.
check.
He's thinking if it
That's
was.
not true. So
Sorry, keep going.
No, it's okay. I was saying, I was
And we
trying
got
to
cheated out of
focus.
that red card, not the red card. So we got cheated, bro.
All right,
Remember
all right,
Lamella?
all
Lamella, man.
Right, don't get mad. Sorry. Peter's got to drink to that.
No, I know,
He
bro.
has to.
I know.
He has to. It's
I mean, he
only-
has to
that-
drink
that guy
after
hasn't
Inter couldn't
been-
win against Udinese over the weekend.
Udinese?
Udinese. Udinese. I don't even know how to pronounce that team. You couldn't beat them? You couldn't beat them?
Hey, yo, I
Come
got
on.
family from there, bro. Come on, respect.
Come on.
Respect. Sorry. Peter, let Peter finish his
Go ahead.
sentence, man.
Can I go now?
You can go now.
Thank you. I was saying.
You were down, man. You were
Madonna.
down. You were down 2-1. in the
2-1. There you
28th.
go. So
Alright,
3-1
2-1
doesn't
is not
count.
that bad.
3-1. 5 minutes later, you scored.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Take it back. Take it back.
Nobody
What's
will
his name?
interrupt Peter. Fabular.
Fabular. I think he's got a better memory than you, Ryan.
Yeah, it's true. Keep going.
I had to drink to that.
Okay, good. No, I was saying I was trying to focus on the Inter game, but you know we had both games here. Milan Atalanta was back and forth for a while, and then Atalanta really started playing. I think physically they outmatched Milan. Going to Inter, disappointing to not get 3 points versus Udinese. Disappointing that you're not able to score when we're I think if you look at the table, Inter have scored the most goals in Serie A. So we're usually going forward able to score. Lautaro. We were talking, right?
Don't even get
Ryan
me
and I.
started about him.
Even in the Juventus game, I mean, he does everything pretty okay. Well, I think I know what you're gonna talk about.
The bottling?
Yeah.
To be honest, I swear to God, I really want to take credit for that, but I didn't mean
Was
that.
it? Okay.
It was like the Marotta joke.
Yeah, you see?
All right.
But yeah, I mean, he had 2 chances in the first 20 minutes of the game, and you don't finish, you lose out. And that's what it seems to be a problem with Inter, that we do score, we create, but we don't finish chances like Juventus in the past, and even Juventus now with Arthur, right? He takes a shot, boom. The first shot, it's a goal.
Don't get me started.
Last year, and not even last year, right? When Juventus was playing poorly, these games, they won 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that wins a Scudetto, you win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I remember even going back to the Mourinho days, right? Udinese, we were down 2-1. We flipped that score, and Schneider came in and scored. So these games are important, but we have to remember that, okay, Milan slipped, but, it's not like you're going to win the Scudetto just on today's game, right? It is over the long haul. It is, you're going to tie games. The important thing is not to lose games, and the important thing is to be able to, when you're gonna verse a Milan coming up soon again, besides the Coppa Italia game, you got to make sure that you win the direct matches, right? But just disappointing not to be able to score, not to be able to finish this game and just take home the 3 points. Winter champions, I'm not so worried about it.
You didn't want to be winter champs.
Yeah, I think Conte didn't even want to, be.
Because he's scaramantico. He's like superstitious.
It's a lot of superstition going on. But
he's got to calm down a little bit.
I mean, listen. He needs a little camomilla. That's what he needs.
Chamomile tea,
a little Nevere and Comiso.
Yeah,
throwing shade
a little bit. But overall, listen, Udinese, the past couple of games, they've been able to hold their own. It's not like we're versing a team that was just non-existent.
They've been playing better.
They tied versus Roma, I want to say, whatever. But they've been playing well. DePaul, I love. Lautaro switched his shirt at halftime. Hopefully, we're able to direct them to us. But just got to get those 3 points.
Mike, I know you have some stats too for the derby coming up, because obviously that's a big talking point. We've got the Derby della Madonnina, and anytime I could get this one more time in the season, I will absolutely take it. They are playing the Coppa Italia knockout to see who can go on to the next round. We got, I would say, lucky to be able to get them really early on. It does not suck, but it's not as nice that Inter and Milan are in the same right now, and then the winner plays Juve right away. I kind of would have liked it to drag it out a little bit, but either way, I'm not going to complain. Which is tomorrow. That's a Coppa Italia match, which we will be live on YouTube, Twitch, everywhere for the match. Mike, you have some stats on like who's out. I know you were telling me Donnarumma.
I don't have it here, but I can find it.
Yeah, go for that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this match, because there's a lot of disposal. Obviously, the two first and second place teams in Serie A, both fighting for the Scudetto. How much does this Coppa Italia match, obviously it doesn't affect Serie A, but it still will affect morale. Both teams will still want to go as far as possible. I think Conte needs something to pull home, some silverware to grab this season. Ryan, do you think that this is more an important match for Milan, Inter, both? But what are your thoughts?
I think both. I think both are gonna want to go for, it's the trophy to add to their cabinet. I think Conte, he doesn't have any European football to worry about. He just got the Scudetto should be his number one thing. But I do think, it's a must win too for Conte to advance in the Coppa Italia tomorrow. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting game. Just depending on, I want to see who's out. So we make our predictions for tomorrow. But if Milan go out playing the way they played against Atalanta, it's gonna be tough. But then again, Inter didn't play too well against Udinese, so it's going to be a good match for sure. It's going to be a good game.
I think it's definitely a bigger match for Inter because they don't have that fallback option. I know Peter's smiling over there because he doesn't like when I put the pressure too much on Inter, but I think it is. I think that Inter's a lot more built to fight on different fronts based off of their the bench, the team, everything that was spent over there. And I think Milan, everything that Milan is getting right now is additional. Of course, they want to beat Inter. You always want to beat your rival. Inter Milan will be hated. The fans hate each other forever. And that will never change. You're never going to accept the loss. But I do think that the pressure is a little bit more on Inter because if Milan win this, it would be really, really big. And I think they'll really start to believe. And then Conte's only got that one thing, which is the Scudetto. Of course, these games, they come and they go. And it's not like you're playing Coppa Italia every week. So doesn't affect the season as much, but it still is something that in the back of your head, sometimes you are playing your lesser teams. But for me, it's a derby. No matter what, I don't care if it's Coppa Italia, I don't care what it is, it's always a fiery match.
My logical thinking, though, is I'm saying to myself, now after that loss to Atalanta, is it possible that Milan could have dropped their confidence level? Because, Atalanta's a good side, and you lose 3-0 at home, you're going against Inter. Could that affect their confidence going into the match?
We were talking about it. Whenever Inter and Milan versus each other, everything else is thrown out the window. It's a one game on its own, on its head, and these players, they're motivated to win, and they know already the whole city, right? They're ready to beat the other team, right? This is the game. If it doesn't matter if it's Coppa Italia, Scudetto, Serie A, whatever it is, even Champions League, I'm looking at a famous picture with Materazzi and Rui Costa. So for morale, yeah, it's great morale, but it's more so to be able to be one up, to be able to beat your city rival.
Right.
I think if you look at it in American sports, right, the Coppa Italia technically is like a playoff. And in Italy, they don't even consider it, or it's less than the Scudetto.
Of course.
But, you're going to be able to verse a Milan, get on, and you can potentially verse a Juventus. These are two big games, and these are games that Inter have to show what they're all about,
Right.
And going into them, I don't know if, like Mike's, when you're ready to tell who's out, who's in, but these are games that you have to be able to win, show what you're about, and as you said, Conte's not in Europe, so he's got the Scudetto, but this Coppa Italia game is very important, and Inter has not won anything in the past 10 years.
Yeah, no,
So
I know.
Absolutely.
Scudetto, without a Scudetto is a failure, but a Coppa Italia and a Scudetto is a nice compromise.
One little, and I'll get Mike to read the lineups in just a second. One little stat too, by the way. From first to seventh place, since we're halfway, there hasn't been a season in Serie A that's been this close in a decade.
Wow.
With the point difference. And the last time before that decade where Milan won was 1996-97. No, 1996-97. And that year there was 18
Really?
teams, I believe.
Yeah.
So we haven't had this
from
small
1
of
to
a gap,
7.
which
1 to
was
7.
less. It was 8 points.
Yeah.
I think it's 9 now.
Okay.
It was 8 points in 96. But there was 18 teams, which
That's
is
impressive.
obviously easier.
That's really impressive.
Mike, I got the lineups right here if you want to read them out.
Yeah,
That's just Milan's though. But here's
okay.
Inter and Milan's.
So Inter playing their class of 3-5-2. We all know Handanovic, Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni, Hakimi, Sensi, Brozovic, Barella, Darmian on the left wing back. That's a change.
Wow.
And Sanchez and Lukaku up front.
For Milan?
And for Milan, they're going to play the 4-2-3-1. Tatarusanu, the goalkeeper, Dalot, Kier, Romagnoli, and Theo. So some change for Milan in the back. Kessie, Mayete, two mids, Salismaker, Brahim Diaz, Leao, and Ibrahimovic. So,
Big news is Donnarumma.
Big
That's a
news
big
with
game.
Donnarumma. I think they're a little bit more experimental too than with Inter, with Dalot over
We've
there.
seen Tatarusano.
Calabria.
Is Calabria there? I didn't hear him.
No,
No,
Dalot.
Calabria. Dalot's
I like Dalot.
Dalot's a good
I don't like
player.
Mayete.
He's solid.
To me, he
I
hasn't
mean,
been that-
we've seen one game of him, but he's usually.
Even if it isn't.
No, he's at Torino. He's actually like that. I was a little surprised that I didn't see him, but it's only one
They
game,
need
so I want to give him
Benacer.
the benefit of the doubt. Well, he's not ready yet, dude.
Azijon, again, thank you for your donation. He said Inter will shoot long rockets because there's no Donnarumma. I think that we've seen the value. I think I said this. What game did Milan play that they
Roma.
did not? Roma. Ryan, you're a beast, man. I give you respect. Yo, Ryan knows his stats and stuff.
Yeah.
It was
By the way,
definitely
let's
Roma.
hint at your idea later on in the thing to get a gauge.
Yeah, if you want
Later.
to. Or we could
Easy,
get excited
don't
in the
give too
future.
much.
The near
Don't
future.
give too
Whatever
much.
you want.
The
Whatever
near
you
We'll
want.
do it in the
Future.
near future because it's something exciting, really exciting coming. So
We saw the value of Milan without Donnarumma in that match, where they would have won that game if Donnarumma was there.
Right.
And Tatarusano, while I did think he had a lot of experience, he does lack. It's hard to say. He lacks character compared to a 21-year-old.
Well, his timing, dude.
But he does.
He jumped up and slipped out of his hands.
yeah, but
He
that's
didn't
not a
get it
mistake
good.
that you should be making.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
he's a
I
great-
agree. No, I
he's
agree
great.
with you. Yeah, you can't
Look
do
at
that.
Inter when I think we played in the derby.
Padelli, you're saying? Oh,
in the
man,
derby.
that was
that guy
beautiful.
was
I mean,
bad.
they
Bro, we
scored
didn't
2
even
goals,
shoot
but
that
that was
much.
great because then after that game, you remember what happened that game? We were down 2-0, and then Inter scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
You remember? It was great.
Guys,
Peter tried to test
I
me.
want to talk about Juventus. I want to talk about McKennie. I want to talk about Artur. Because I woke up at 6:30 in the morning for this game, and I had a smile on my face.
It was worth it, right?
Thank
It was
God.
worth it. But before I do, I think we should mention the sponsor that we have for today. We have a little advertisement that's going to come, but I want to hint at it, and then we will show the entire thing. But guys, I think we all have a box over here, except Ryan. Ryan, I'm going to be honest with you, Ryan. We had yours, but Antonio stole it.
Wow, man. that
Antonio
guy.
came. He said, leave it outside, and he took it. We are
Man.
sponsored by Manscaped today, which is the best in men's grooming, and we'll have all the details.
Hooking it
But,
up.
yo, this stuff, I'm not going to lie. I swear to God.
You put God's name on it.
By the way, it says, your balls will thank you. Hilarious.
If that's not
funny.
enough to buy, I don't know what
That
it
is funny.
Hilarious. It's really funny.
What if you like Ryan
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean by
Balls
that?
will never thank him?
and you don't have ball?
Because in culture, you got to have balls. You got to play with
100%.
You need a ball to play.
100%.
So you need to have balls. But what's really awesome is, number one, Manscaped is just a great product. And we've known about it for so long, is that they're supporting IFTV and they're supporting the content that's created. You guys know if you're part of this, we reject so many sponsorship opportunities because the brand doesn't make sense. This makes so much sense. The products are freaking amazing, and we made sure to try them out before we started promoting them.
100%.
I tried it. It's phenomenal. So when I tore like things in my knee, the nurse, she shaved my leg. She shaved one leg. I tried to get her to shave my other leg. She wouldn't do it. But she had like a little machine. So I went home and I shaved the other leg because I looked like an idiot with one leg shaved and one leg not shaved. We had our Miami Vice thing. I was going to look like an idiot. So I shaved it with another one. It took me so damn long. I swear to God, I was so mad. It was so hard. It felt good though after I shaved it.
Right.
Weird, but it did. Honestly, I swear to God,
I feel
it
like
felt
Marco
good.
Marco, roll up your jeans. Like
I haven't done it. I did my chest. But it honestly feels amazing. And this product is so good because the light that they have on it makes sure you get every hair. So it's literally perfect for it.
Yeah.
Antonio, I know, said he was gonna shave his head with it. We and honestly, if Manscaped, obviously they're part of IFTV. If you guys want, I will make a challenge. I swear to God, if you guys want it, I will make a challenge where somebody here, well, not Peter, has to shave their head after using Manscaped.
You can do it, Ryan.
And I'm honestly down. If we're all down, we make some sort of challenge to do it. By the way, I want to ask the fan. What?
We could even put in maybe
What?
a charity thing, because I know that they do.
Right. Okay.
They
That's a
give
good idea.
hair
I like
to,
that.
That's a
thing.
good
So
idea.
If we end up doing it, we can.
Yeah, we'll give it a
Manscaped.
Peter. We'll give
I
her to
agree.
All that hair, man. We got to shave.
I mean, come on.
So I want to hear everybody's hair stories. But by the way, for the chat, if there's one person over here that would need it, who do you guys think? Comment who would need a Manscaped first.
We know what that answer is gonna be.
Ryan.
Peter, you got any
Ryan.
hair? You got any hair stories?
Hair stories.
Any hair stories? Anything about Manscaped? Obviously, you were very excited when you got the product.
Yeah. So, first off, I used a little bit on my head.
Yeah.
As you see, it's fresh.
I think
You
you
know,
lose
fresh
more
cut.
than a little bit. On
But tonight, I plan on using it on the body. So we'll see how it looks.
And you've been losing weight too.
I've been losing weight, so
I swear to God,
I might lose some extra pounds on the hair.
No, but you know what it does? Honestly, this is for real. I swear to God. When I gained like 20 pounds when I was like a little bit overweight, when you lose it and you shave your chest and stomach, you look ripped. Like you look so much better than when you have a hair.
I don't have to work out.
So
No,
Ryan,
you still gotta work out. a lot of Marcos and Ryans in the chat for
Damn!
hair.
Wow.
For hair. Peter,
Makes
you
sense.
obviously.
yeah. No. So I'm gonna let everyone know tomorrow. They gotta make sure they watch the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, but
For the interview,
you know
huh?
what? Peter could
And,
shave his beard. No, I haven't seen Peter without his beard in a
you
long
gotta
time.
beard.
This is like,
No,
If you shave the beard,
Sick
bro,
of
you're
that
gonna look
shit.
like an egg.
yeah.
To
It's
be
like
honest.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't
but you know
work
what?
out.
It's a
Whoa.
challenge. Shave it.
Oh, what's the challenge? I can dye it. I'll dye it blonde.
You want to dye your hair blonde so
I wanna
bad.
try it 'cause
I
it's
know.
Cisse.
And you need an
Natural.
excuse.
Yeah.
That's what you need. You need
Yeah.
an excuse. I know. By the way, we're gonna move on to Juventus right now, and then we'll have an ad after on where we're talking about the product. Martin Rosario says, loving the and thank you for the donation. Loving the fact that all my favorite football shows and podcasts are on the Manscaped wave. Your balls will thank you. Forza Juve. That's right. Ozzy Jones said, beaming face with smiling eyes. By the way, if you want to get one, because like this is IFTV, we would never do it unless they were hooking you guys up. Use code IFTV, you get 20% off your entire order. This one, the Lawnmower 3.0, is perfect because you get like the ball toner, deodorant. Bro, it's a gift for your significant other. Whoever you're into, this is a gift for the other person, to be honest.
Wow.
You hear that, Ryan?
Nice.
You should get a pair.
I think we're going to get Ryan.
Nice.
Ryan, would you want one?
You know
get
what?
one?
The product looks really good.
It looks good.
Maybe I'll take one. I'll shave my big average balls with it.
Ryan, I love you, man.
I knew
love
it.
you, Ryan.
I knew
The
it.
people are going to come around to love you on this channel, Ryan.
That's
I
fine.
guarantee you. Guys, let's
They'll
move
come
on.
around. They'll come around.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
6:30 in the morning, I got up. I watched Juventus versus Bologna. Obviously, great match where Artur and McKennie were starting. Artur scores. Yes, it was deflection, but I woke up with a smile on my face because I say a midfielder, you only score if you shoot. You have the chance to score. And too many Juventus midfielders have not don't take any shots. So guess what? You take a shot, it's a deflection, fair play. McKennie ends up getting the second goal. Our little American friend,
Magician.
the guy who was
Wizard,
brought in
right?
as a marketing signing, is becoming the new. I will make a prediction that he becomes the face of Serie A and Juventus. Obviously, Ronaldo will be the face of Juventus, but he'll be the future face of Serie A, Juventus. The character, he did a little Harry Potter celebration because he's a big Harry Potter fan. He even commented on our post too the other day, because we said that he was learning how to dance from Ronaldo and Cuadrado, and he's like, no, dude. He wrote like, LOL, no, I know how to dance. We were teaching somebody else, and it came out that it was Demiral. That was the guy who didn't know how to dance.
Yeah.
But Juventus, honestly, it's they look so much better with that midfield.
100%.
I mean,
100%.
Even Ryan, you were awake for the match.
I woke up to watch that match. I wanted, because you know what? Because of the results on Saturday, I want to see now Juve how they play. Against who was it that they played again? My God,
Bologna.
Bologna. There you go. Yeah, but man, McKennie was great. Artur was unreal. I mean, he looked so comfortable on the ball. That midfield, that's the most important thing for Juve right now. So as long as Pirlo makes sure that he's starting McKennie and Artur, he's got nothing to worry about with that midfield.
Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree. And for me, the way I see football, it's dominated by the midfield. And I think this was the match that everybody else saw, and they're like, oh, shit, okay. Bentancur, Artur, and McKennie, bam, as I've seen Giuseppe and others be posting, bam, is the midfield. I mean, it is finally as clear as day that Ramsey and Rabiot, guys, thank you, but if you want the best Juventus, you need a real midfield.
And it's a shame. It's a shame because Rabiot was, he was noted as one of the most potential, he had a lot of potential when he was younger at PSG. Man, you were looking at him as well. So it's a shame to see him kind of slack off a bit. He's only 23 or 24 years old.
But I think it's also the mix. Like I think in the midfield, like any partnership, right?
Too similar, right?
Yeah, you have Bentancur and Rabiot that are very similar in their movement, in their style.
That's true.
And Bentancur, I think, has been, it looks like the better option in that position because he's more aggressive. You see him getting into tackles where Rabiot might shy away. He's a different type of player, by all means. And going back to Artur and McKennie, I mean, those are those three, Bentancur, Artur, and McKennie, that make the BAM. Right, we're going back to Emerald Lagasse days.
What's that?
Bam, the chef.
You don't know Emerald? He's like,
He's
Bam.
a chef.
I remember the commercial.
Yeah.
I didn't know the name, but that's funny.
So, these are guys that gel. They work together. And then I think a lot of people, and me in particular, I saw, guys like Cuadrado, De Ligt, they make a whole lot of a difference on this Juventus team because they open up. First off, Cuadrado, one-on-one. I think he could take anybody on. He's matured so much, and you see him even last year and the years before. I mean, Cuadrado is a lethal threat every time. He beats you with pace. He has the work ethic also. A lot of guys wouldn't go up and down the flank. And then De Ligt, he's the future, but he's also the present right now. Unfortunately, Chiellini is not where he once was. Bonucci not where he once was. And De Ligt has to be that guy. And being able to put one or the other next to him. So I think it was expected for Juventus to win this game. Let's not go crazy. Artur gets a deflected shot in, but and McKennie scoring the goal and the header was great. But the way that they came back after the Inter game, it was very, very telling.
And they're there. I know people have been very negative about Pirlo, and I know today after Lampard was sacked with Chelsea, people were saying, is Pirlo starting to get a grip on this side? Is it still too early? What is that? And I think he is, but like Peter said, you're playing against Bologna, so you have to put that in perspective. I think it's about seeing the best team, though, and I think that for too long he was playing the wrong players. So hopefully he's starting to find his footing, and as the season progresses, which we know it's a strange season, he's able to continue getting that.
Right.
I know we have a donation from Martin Rosario. He said it's pretty clear that Pirlo is starting the right players for the cup competitions, more so than in the league, which is fine. More emphasis on the Champions League and Coppa Italia. I'm not so sure it's about that, rather than just missing out on a lot of players due to injuries and stuff.
That too, and we're gonna see. I think when the other competitions start coming together more with the Champions League, see how Pirlo actually balances and rotates the squad. So right now, Champions League isn't here. Next month we're gonna see it, so we're gonna see that rotation from him and see if he has the bench eligible to compete in all three fronts.
Let's talk about another player coach, a guy that his midfield partner, Gennaro Gattuso, which we don't know how much longer he's going to be staying in Naples. I know Ryan was even writing to us this morning. They lost 3-1 to Hellas Verona, which Hellas Verona's for people that don't watch Serie A, maybe you say, "Oh, wow, how the hell did they lose to Hellas Verona?" But Hellas Verona is a very good team.
Good team.
Coached by Juric, who's a top coach. We're gonna see him at a big club next year. I guarantee you that. But the rumors this morning have been that Gattuso might get sacked by De Laurentiis following strange results, losing, Spezia. I made a video on this, so I have it on the top of my head. Tying to Torino, losing to Juventus in the Supercoppa, and now 3-1 against Hellas Verona. We had criticized his substitutions and his lack of enthusiasm and inconsistency, which some have related to his time at Milan, which we saw. Do we, at this table, think that it's right, number one, to sack Gattuso?
Yeah, yes.
You guys both did the same exact thing.
Yes and no. I mean,
I need an answer, bro. Give me the yes part and give me the no part.
Right now, with the way things are going, I have to say yes. You know what? Napoli should not be playing the kind of football that they're playing. Against Juve, they did not come out. They looked horrible. I don't know why Gattuso waited to the 80th minute to make a change. You see nothing was happening. Insigne missed a penalty. It just wasn't going for them. And then, you go out against Hellas Verona, and it didn't work out, obviously. Like we said, they're a good side. But what I noticed about them is they come out against big clubs. They go out for a draw. Or, they play their hearts out, that club. But Napoli do not look good at the moment at all. So Gattuso should be concerned.
What's a no? What's the no part then? You said yes and no.
You know what? The squad too. You got to look at the team. You can't just blame Gattuso in a way. You got to blame the players at the same time. Nobody's performing. Insigne missed a penalty. It was a horrible penalty.
Target.
Horrible penalty.
Yeah.
I don't think that's my reason for yes and no. Napoli, the players got part of the blame too. It goes back to Lampard. Lampard shouldn't have gotten sacked today. I think he needed a lot more time because the players are part of the blame.
$300 million.
Ryan gave a good idea though. As I'm hearing his pronunciations of players, I think we should make a video teaching you how to say.
Yeah, I know.
Players'
Some
names.
players'
I think
names
it would
I
be
can't
hilarious. Who's
pronounce,
Lazio's
but-
top goal scorer?
Huh?
The top goal scorer on Lazio.
Lazio, Immobile.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Okay,
No,
we definitely
Immobile,
got
Immobile.
Immobile?
Immobile.
Immobile?
I think we should do it. I think we should do it.
Definitely
It's
do it.
hard. Yo, honestly,
Immobile?
Yeah, Immobile. But
Why you say
I'm trying to say it's Italiano.
Ryan, to be
God.
honest, if we were saying this for a different language, we mess up probably.
true.
Osimhen, who knows how to really say that? So
yeah.
I think we should do it for everybody, like a video teaching Ryan different
I
names.
like
Maybe
that.
we get
I
Try
like
saying
Ludovico.
Papa Satopoulos.
A lot of Italian
You're gonna
names,
bite
man.
your
I don't
tongue.
know how to pronounce. But
Sorry, Peter.
I try my best, guys.
Gattuso, sack, yes or no?
Yeah, it makes you think, but I would say no. The reason why is because, it's. I think to start, let's say the locker room. The locker room is the biggest thing. Gattuso is not going to be your ultimate tactician. He's not going to be the guy that's going to read the game as good as Ancelotti, as good as some other guys. But what he can do is motivate. So we have to figure out what is the real motivation part in this Napoli team. Because it's very weird that you see a 6-0 result versus Fiorentina, which any day I pick 9 times out of 10 Napoli beating Fiorentina, but not by that result. And then go from 6-0 to then losing versus Juventus without even playing, to be quite honest. And then the Hellas Verona, where you're starting up 1-0 literally after 8 seconds or whatever it was, and then end up losing 3-1 to Verona. So, in part, I want to say this Napoli team, without a Fabian Ruiz in the midfield, is a very different Napoli team.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a guy that can move the ball as fluid as Fabian Ruiz. And we're also missing Osimhen, who is a much better player than Petagna. I'm sorry.
Don't say sorry.
No, he's making a face.
Apologize.
He's making a face.
I don't care, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? But I don't
You're
understand.
right.
Petagna,
Yo,
Petagna could score. He might be able to score.
Regardless of the player, if you're on form,
But
Right,
he deserves
the guy can't
but he
control the
deserves
ball,
it.
man.
Not for nothing.
Thank you.
Not for nothing. Petagna. Did I say his name?
How do you
Anyway.
usually say it?
Of course you get Petagna right.
Petagna.
That dude. I didn't even know he was on the pitch against Juventus, and he had Mertens on the bench.
Okay,
Wait till the
let's
80th
just say
minute.
the whole
Mertens
team
on.
didn't show
Mertens
up,
coming
bro.
off injury, so it was hard.
But Petagna, the past few games he showed up,
You know
he
Dennis
was really
Rodman
good.
knows Petagna? You know Dennis Rodman.
The ex-Bulls player.
Yeah, I know Robin.
He knows Petagna.
He knows Petagna?
Yeah.
How the fuck
Calls
do they
him the
know each other?
bulldozer.
Bro, you know what the real
That's
story
a
is?
weird story that them two know each other.
He's a
Okay, you
bulldozer.
want to know the real story? We figured it out.
They don't
IFTV,
really
we
know
figured
each
it out.
other.
Dennis Rodman has a Cameo. You know Cameo?
Okay.
You know Cameo?
Put Petagna on the spot.
You pay
for
we
personalized
are.
videos.
You pay for somebody to say your video.
Okay.
The reason why we know is because he said Andrea instead of Andrea Petagna.
Andrea.
He said, you know, Andrea, but so he thinks it's a girl. That's number one.
Oh my God.
Rodman, his daughter, plays American. So he
got
goes,
drafted.
go look at her. She's going to be the bulldog. And Petagna made it seem like when he posted it, he made it seem like it was Rodman was his friend. I think he said like, thanks, bro, or like, thank you, my
God,
friend.
man.
He put some shit like that.
But he said they'd be playing against each other one day. That's how
Yeah,
good she is.
exactly.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, what?
He said his daughter would be playing
Yeah,
against
against
Andrea
the-
Petagna in Serie A, which means
That's how
Andrea Petagna.
There's obviously a misunderstanding somewhere.
So before Michael and I give our answer, I have an idea that I just thought of. We're gonna play our Manscaped ad in just a second, but I was thinking, I think we should call Antonio after the podcast, or while we're on live, of course, and tell Antonio that his Manscaped product that we gave him was used by Ryan beforehand.
I agree.
That'd be fun.
I say we tell
I
him
agree.
Ryan
Do
used
it.
it on his balls.
Yes.
And then we tell
my big Irish balls.
and then we tell Antonio, because Antonio was using it for his head. We tell him, or his
Yeah.
face. We tell him that it was Manscaped.
Yeah.
So guys, if you want us to do that, I will do it right now
My
live.
balls on Antonio's face. Damn.
Guys, please just
Easy,
go
Ryan.
like the video right now. If you guys want that, like the video so that I know. We will organize the call with Antonio. I'm going to text him right now. We're going to play the advertisement. Mike, play this ad 2 minutes, and we will be back. In the meantime, make sure you like the video, and I will get Antonio prepared so that he knows we're calling him. So let me know. All right, guys. Today we have our new and one of our first sponsors right now from Manscaped. They are supporting IFTV's podcast. It is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming hygiene. Manscaped is taking over the world and is now available in Europe, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all your below-the-waist grooming needs. Europe and Australia is about to get a lot less hairy. We know we've got all of you Europeans and Australians out there. Happy Australia Day, by the way. Great day for this. That's right, folks. If you live in Europe, you can now purchase Manscaped products. If you live there, you've gone years without using the right tools for the job. Michael was just telling me before. Mike, what's your story?
Dude, my last trimmer I had, first of all, it nicked like crazy. This
That's no
one,
good.
I even rushed. I wanted to make a mistake, and no nicks. I almost got mad that I didn't get them because I was going quick with it, and yo, it's waterproof. You could do it in the shower. The flashlight is sick, and the battery lasts so long. So it's night and day so much
Michael,
better than my
that
last
is
one.
why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped and engineering team spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and just now released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0, which is what we have right next to us. Like you said, Michael, featuring cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. What I'll tell you is this is premium. Mike, how premium does that
Dude,
feel?
This is really, really high. You think it's 3 times the amount of the cost, but it's so much cheaper. And plus the referral code that we have for you guys, even cheaper, right?
20% off if you use IFTV right now. Guys, that is IFTV. Use that code. You will get 20% off this entire package, even the ball toner, everything that is available over here. We even had people send us videos. We had somebody send us a picture that they ordered with our code. We've had tons of people through our Instagram. So guys, get 20% off and free shipping with the code IFTV at manscaped.com. That is 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code IFTV. Your balls will thank you. Guys, go do that. Let's get back to the show.
Okay.
All right, guys, welcome back. Nice little advertisement over there as Michael was showing
Intermission
off the
time.
product.
Thank you.
I will say, and I made a video on this. By the way, I spoke to Antonio. We're going to call him in 2 minutes. So thank you guys for everybody that was leaving a like on the video. Keep liking if you want to see it. I think that the only reason you sack Gattuso, Napoli fans might hate me for this, if you could get Allegri or Sarri back. Those are the only 2 coaches that I
Really?
see right now that can replace him. Besides that, if you're going to get some stupid interim coach like Fiorentina got Iachini, no, absolutely not. You keep Gattuso, and that's it, and you finish the season. The only way I would break it is if you can get Allegri, who Allegri will make you a really nice team. He'll construct something beautiful. And Sarri, because I'm a romantic. I miss the days of seeing Napoli with the 4-3-3 that they were passing and he could build that up and finally try to go for the Scudetto. That's the only way. Michael?
I'm a little torn on this. First of all, Gattuso, I was really disappointed. I feel like the number one thing he'd bring is passion, and what I saw against Juventus, I saw the complete opposite. That really that said a lot to me. But I was thinking, is it his time to go? I feel like it might be the time to go, but like how Marco was saying, only if it's for a good coach. To be honest, I wouldn't even bring Sarri back, just because I feel like that era is done, and he's been there for so long, and he hasn't won. Allegri would be my number one choice. If you can't get Allegri and you don't get anyone else, that's not gonna do anything. If Allegri wants to come, go for him. Go all out for him. If he doesn't, I say stick it out with Gattuso, because at the end of the day, Gattuso won a trophy on his first season, and he has, he still has some skin in the game in the sense that he didn't lose a locker room. They still want to play. Maybe just a rough patch, but I'll still give it some time. I wouldn't sack him mid-season. I'll wait till the summer and see what happens from there. See where they finish.
Fair enough. And Juric would be a great option in the summer if they're looking for that low cost. By the way, we got Mark G over here who says, I'm getting a free boxers and free travel bag with everybody that's purchasing the Manscaped stuff. So shout out to everybody that is going on live. You guys ready to call Antonio?
Let's
call him. All right,
I don't know if he's ready.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ready. Guys,
did you read the donation?
Make sure, read Christ's donation.
Okay.
We got Jesus Christ donating to our podcast.
Jesus Cristo, he said, who do you guys see winning the Champions League?
Yo, Anto, how you doing? We're live right now on a podcast. The people miss you. They want to know, how do you feel being winter champs?
Oh, well, you know what? I keep saying the same thing, and you guys really don't get it. I feel good. I feel good. Screw all of you, okay? Number one. Number two, we were not supposed to be the winter champ. You're just putting all of those titles because I know it. You guys are so uncomfortable, and you say, you know what? I cannot believe that AC Milan is winter champ. Guess what? We are. Screw all of you. Number one. Number two. We are.
You gotta laugh, man.
Inter. We don't even give a shit about Juventus. Of Inter. And let me tell you something. What's going on tomorrow? Okay, you guys should have just read some psychological book, or psychology or psychiatric book. I'll tell you the reasons why.
Makes sense.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is the reasons why. What happened with Conte last Sunday, right? Or Saturday. He got himself thrown out, right? You know why he's doing that? All he's trying to do is putting the pressure on the referees to say, you see, everybody's against me and against Inter.
Wow.
So he's playing into the minds of the other ref that said, hey, you know what? Give him a break to this guy here. Just give him a couple penalties because, otherwise it's always going to say something bad about that. So he's trying to buy them out. Okay? I'll tell you what. We're going to let you win, Conte. Tell him. I'm going to call him after this message.
He's talking to himself.
I'm going to call the referee and say, do me a favor, give this guy here 3 penalties. Otherwise, he's going to get into another 10, like what's the children get? Oh, in a tantrum, right?
You could tell he misses the podcast, man. He's got all the shit going out, man.
Every week that this guy is losing the game or he's tying the game, he gets into this kind of despicable
Falling asleep here,
behavior.
boys.
So I'll tell you what, we're going to call the referee. You know who's going to ref the game tomorrow? Do me a favor, give me the name of the ref. I'm going to call
I'll find that and I'll text you.
Text it to me, text me phone number. And do me a favor, just give him a couple penalties. What this guy is probably going to do something stupid, and he's going to get himself in trouble.
Anto, it really seems like you missed the podcast. The people miss your voice. By the way, before we let you go, since we are live right now, today is the Manscaped ad, and I know you took the product home. Do you like it?
Oh my God! I'm going to show you. You know what? Why don't you?
Don't show us.
I'm going to do this message here and do a live shot. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you what I did with the
No, please. No, please.
Wait. What'd you do?
What'd you do with it?
Well, I just did my top head. Okay.
Anto.
I shaved my bald head.
Anto, listen.
You might not want to do that.
Anto, I'm sorry to tell you, but Ryan actually used your product before we gave it to you.
You know what, Ryan? He's a punk. He's a stupid man.
But Anto, listen. He shaved his balls with it before he gave it to you.
Hey, he's not joking.
That's good.
All right, Anto. We love you. All right, we miss you.
Yeah, if Ryan was a pig, I would have just killed him.
What the fuck? Did he say a pig? Suino?
All right, Anto. You're the man.
Over a nice barbecue, right?
We love you, Anto. All right, we
Ciao,
miss you.
Anto.
You don't want to see my head shape?
Yeah, send it.
Send
Send it.
it.
Please send it.
Don't send the wrong picture.
Yeah. Not the wrong head, all right? All right, we love you. Bye. Bro, that guy misses us like crazy.
As John
Shot,
said,
man.
can someone shut him up, please? Okay, Anto's over. I hope you guys got a good laugh from him.
Yo, he said
He was on a rant, man.
God.
if Ryan was a pig, I would have killed him already.
We'll make nice pork chops out of you.
That would be juicy, bro. No hair on them.
No hair on that. That's funny.
Guys,
Oh my
what else do we
God.
have to talk about?
I was gonna say, Christ
get us
actually said, "Who do you guys?"
Jesus Christ.
When did I cross? Who do you guys see? Who do you guys see winning the Champions League? Let's put it to you guys. I feel like,
bro, is it a time for a Champions League question?
of
But,
course,
yeah, he donated,
there's always
so yeah,
time. Yeah.
That's true.
Trying to think.
Bayern Munich. I'll be basic and stick to what I said before. Bayern Munich.
Okay.
I
Nothing
mean,
has
realistically,
changed.
I think Bayern Munich, but I can't put Leipzig out of it. I mean, Leipzig are
Really?
great. No,
Oh.
they were in the semifinals last year. They're a great side. They knocked United out. They're about to knock Liverpool out in February. You're gonna see Leipzig go pretty far this year.
I'll say PSG.
No way. No chance.
Why not?
They're a bunch of flops. They're a bunch of flops. They're a bunch of
Ryan-
divers.
Ryan
They're a
is
bunch
still
of.
mad.
They're a bunch of drama queens. You can't even blow air at them without them going to the floor. Come on.
Sandro, thank you for a donation. He said, "Tell Ryan his team lost to Başakşehir.
Başakşehir.
AC Milan is so much bigger than Man U. Also, no shame in 3-0 losses. Don't forget 2007. Holy shit!
Who is this kid? Who is this kid?
You want his address?
What's his club? Ask him. What's his club?
They Milan.
Milan.
The
It's
Milan
that first
fan?
name.
Enough, man. You haven't won nothing in 30 years. Come on.
Oh,
By the way,
damn.
it's ZMSS. I think he's got a donation. Find if he's got a donation. He also said that he's purchasing his Manscaped tomorrow. So
Nice.
that will be exciting to let us know if you do. I almost said exciting to see, but I don't think
Don't
I
send
want to
any
see that.
pictures.
Yeah,
No.
no pictures, guys. No pictures. But you can send to Ryan. Send the
Send them to Ryan. We'll
Yeah,
put the
okay,
number
man.
out. Do we have the number?
And
Put it on the
Ryan,
bottom
Can
of
you
the
give your
screen.
number?
No way. No way. But my phone would be fucking blowing up all day long if that's
Yeah, the Milan fans will hound
Absolutely.
you. Mike, do we have any other topics to discuss? Can I pass the
You can pass for now. Send your donation again to the guy that said it because it's not popping up here.
Send your
But we'll
message
just-
again.
Your message again, yeah.
it's as ZMSS.
We still have some donations too. A couple
Okay,
more
cool.
if you want.
Let's get Ryan has this idea that Ryan wants to ask the people if they're interested in something because he's got a
Some.
content idea,
Yeah, well, I mean,
potential content.
right. It's a potential idea. I want to know how everybody, especially you Serie A fans, think of it. What do you think about possibly owning a jersey signed by your favorite Serie A player? So leave your answer in the comments. We're potentially working on something for the near future. So we'll just let us know what you think.
And trading cards too, right?
Trading cards as well. We're interested in doing something with trading cards. If everybody's interested, you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with cards, Panini, Immaculate, so on and so forth. So let us know what you think, and we'll take it from there.
You see how Ryan's tone changes when he talks to the public? It's amazing. The guy from My Irish Balls to fucking, please let me know what you think. It's like
man.
you know, send your comment down low. You know, that's Ryan, and that's the same.
Listen.
He has the same tone when he writes on his Instagram. If you don't follow the guy, what's your at, bro?
Ryan S.
Ah,
Ryan S. On the line.
Now you know.
10. Underscore. My bad. Underscore.
Underline. That was funny.
Oh wait. Well, by the way, we call you the McGregor of the podcast.
I appreciate that.
got
But
knocked
listen,
out.
Listen, the difference
I was gonna say,
the
this
difference
might not
is I don't get knocked out. That's the difference.
But you are a McGregor fan.
Listen, I like McGregor. I like McGregor. He's an Irishman, but I'm not a McGregor fan. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
No, not no more.
Nah,
Not
damn,
no
that's
more.
what-
I lost a little bit of respect for him.
After he got knocked out, right?
Not even that. Not even that. It's other reasons, but okay.
There was something else that I was gonna allude to. People are liking your idea about the.
They do like it.
Yeah.
And you know how I know they like it? Because I would like it too.
Okay.
Let's
there we go.
go.
Fair enough.
We still got a bunch of donations. But we
Yeah,
still
hit the
want to say.
donations. I do want to say about get the donations ready.
Okay.
Roma, obviously the turmoil that they're in. I think it's fair to say we spoke about it at length on the live stream, which we were always doing. Dzeko today, apparently was training aside from the rest of the team because him and Peter's got a drink to that.
Wow.
I mean, what?
Come on down.
Oh, you want
Inter.
him on Inter. But
What do you need him for?
Don't worry.
the problems at Roma are saddening. I know everybody at this podcast, especially my dad, was big on Fonseca. It's unfortunate to see that some of the players are not really behind him. By the way, thanks to Pellegrini, he followed us today. We were talking in the DMs. He's a great guy. But it's unfortunate to see that Dzeko, a great player, and Fonseca, kind of like Papu Gomez and Gasperini, even though they didn't work together as long. It hurts me because I see greatness. You know, like I think Fonseca's done great things. Dzeko's obviously done great things at Roma. You would wish that two people that could help each other out so much could work over their differences and sort it out for the best of Roma. Unfortunately, it's not seeming like that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Peter could work in your advantage to get Dzeko, but overall thoughts, guys, on this?
No, it's disappointing. You know, it's disappointing because first off, the player that Dzeko is, I think is a guy that for Roma, they don't have another player like him up top. To be able to score the goals, to be able to hold up the ball. I think, you know, both Mkhitaryan and what's the guy's name? I'm blanking out. Pedro, sorry, thank you. Playing off of him. Oh, there's no better three right there. But some things happen. We tend to forget. You know, we think the players are like FIFA, but in the end, they're humans. In the same way how there could be a problem between one person and another, this dynamic exists also in the locker room. And you know, it comes down to Roma as an organization to say, who are we, you know, in favor of, and what is the project? Dzeko, maybe the fact that he's older. You know, Roma is could potentially lean towards Fonseca and say, okay, Dzeko, you know, time to go. The only thing is, money-wise, you're not going to make the money that you were hoping. But you have to be able to turn the page sometimes, and Roma have to make a decision for the better. But
I just laughed because I saw Antonio sent us a Manscaped video. I don't want to watch it. I'm a little bit scared. We'll post it on his Instagram and on our Instagram afterwards. Some are saying, obviously I brought up Gasperini. Peter, you've had your thoughts on Gasperini before. And they're saying like both Gasperini and Fonseca tough on their players and seeming to have problems with their players.
But the difference is Atalanta, they already know the decision, right? They're concrete. They know exactly what's going on. Gasperini is the reason why Atalanta is playing this way and having so much success. And we see they're able to put in Pessina in Gomez's position. Completely different player, same results. So I think Atalanta made the right decision. Roma now, they have to be able to find that number 9 is a very tough position to find, especially with a player like Dzeko's capabilities. And, you know, you're tough on the players, whatever. Like I said, it's all about the other player, the team around. Like if they see and support Fonseca, now you're looking at a different locker room than just Dzeko being out or whatever.
Antonio's calling me.
Uh-oh.
We're going to leave that.
But the biggest thing is looking at these Roma games, how many defensive errors. And unfortunately, it's not Fonseca. Fonseca is not playing. He can only put the players in position to succeed. And you see time in, time out, these last couple of weeks especially, you know, what the struggles they've been through. But Roma, the first half of the season, I think everybody was going crazy about them. Everybody was saying, Roma's playing the best football and stuff like that. So, you know, I think it's a little bit of media. It's a little bit of the whole Dzeko chaos. Give the guy a chance. Give him another couple of weeks, maybe more. But let's see what the Roma response is. Then that's when you make a decision on the coach.
That's fair. I think I'm gonna say a donation because this kind of ties
Mike's got
in for
so
me.
many donations
Yeah,
that he's stressed.
I'm like screenshotting so
I
much
see
shit.
him on the side. He's like ready to
come
read
on.
them off, and he's like, "This guy Peter just keeps talking, man." Yo, more coming in.
Yeah, more coming
Michael,
in.
we're gonna turn
Hey,
it to
they
you.
donated for me.
Yeah,
Do I have to do a little
that's true.
Manscaped striptease?
Would you want to see that? I want to see Ryan.
I don't think
Ryan, would you?
anyone want to see
Absolutely
that.
Yeah, I don't think everyone wants to see
straight.
that. Let's pass the talk to Michael. Let's pass the microphone to Mike.
Yeah.
And
Mike to Mike.
hit us with these. We'll answer them real quick, and we'll bang
I
them
just want
out.
to say really quick, I don't think Fonseca is the answer for Roma's future. Yeah, they play good football, whatever. But when push comes to shove, when they play against the big teams, he doesn't show.
I never
his,
heard you take a stance as hard as this one. Usually you're like, it's all right.
Because
It's all
everyone,
right.
whatever, they're still competing and stuff, but these guys fold when they play a decent team and it looks hard. They don't look like the same team that just
Mike,
beat
the Lazio
Crotone
fan coming out.
6-0, or they don't look the same team. Team like that shouldn't change your identity. You shouldn't change your tactics just because you play a better team, and I think I'm kind of fed up with that. This Fonseca's second season, right? And
Hit the donation.
maybe you could say
You're
a
gonna
lot
get
of
mad.
stuff.
Mike is mad right
But
now.
I think they should look at Sarri or Allegri. I think they'll do better than Fonseca. But Fonseca, thanks for your time. Rocco
Damn.
said Florenzi out, Dzeko out. Fonseca is killing Roma. I want to say killing, but there's a lot of reports that what do you call it? Mkhitaryan, there was some anger management with him, with Dzeko, that they don't talk with the coach, and he kind of lost the locker room if you lose the locker room with the captain, it's only a matter of time till the rest of the team goes. But yeah, he didn't train with the rest of the team today.
That sounds like absolute.
Joya said Mike versus Fonseca in a boxing match.
I can take him. I'll send him back to Portugal.
Oh my god.
Damn.
It's like Mikey backstabber. They're getting mad at you.
Backstabber,
Sorry,
wow.
keep going.
Okay, next one. We actually have Maurizio Sarri in the comments. When we were
Wow.
talking about Roma, he said, I'm waiting for that call from Napoli. Cigar emoji and the eyeglass emoji and thumbs up emoji.
Real quick. Roma and Napoli. One of you guys get Allegri, one of you guys get Sarri. Let's close this and let's make this an exciting
I
Serie A.
I like that. Okay, next one is from Oscar. Oscar, thanks for the donation. He said, PSG is a perfect example of a team that wants to buy success and it never works. Laughing emoji. I don't know why I'm saying emoji, but is it kind of true though?
It
like
is
you can't
true,
just
of
throw
course.
money in the
It
pit
is
and
true
all-
True
even
until
though-
it's not true though.
They
When they win, then what's
That's
everybody
true.
gonna say? Oh, you spend all that money,
Alright,
you only
but
won one.
hold on a second.
It's hard to create
They
history
win
at a
every
club.
year. They win every year in a farmers league.
It's not a
In a farmers
league.
league.
It's
It's
not
an
a farmers league.
absolute farmers league. I don't want to
Ryan,
hear
okay,
that,
let me
dude.
ask you a
You could
question.
take Burnley from the Premier League, put them in fucking Paris, and they'll play great.
Ryan, let me ask you a question. Icardi in Serie A.
Okay.
Is he one of the best strikers?
Absolutely. When he was
Okay,
in the Serie A,
how come,
yes.
how come he went to a farmers league and he's not doing that
There's a
well?
lot of factors too.
Because they don't play him. He wasn't playing for a while.
When he played, he didn't score.
He wasn't playing for a while.
He didn't-
They were
Okay.
starting whatever his name is before him. I forget his name. The dude that scored against Bayern in the Champions League.
Choupo-
Yeah, they were
Choupo-
starting him
Choupo-
before Icardi, man.
Yeah.
But is there a reason why they started him before Icardi?
There could be a lot of reasons.
Sorry.
He's
Okay,
a head
that's your
case.
opinion.
He's a head
That's fair.
case too.
That's fair.
Moving on to the next donation. This one is from Gino. He said, "What are your guys' thoughts on the upcoming Euros? Will the competition happen this summer? And does Italy have a chance to win it?" I think it was kind of in favor that it was pushed for Lazzurri, because first of all, they had a very young squad. Zaniolo's most likely gonna be in this one, and Mancini is a new coach, and he kind of built something with them. He built an identity, so I think this is all positive. Can they compete for the Euro? That's so hard to say, but they'll definitely go further than if they played last season for sure, I think.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, Gianluca Palanca agrees with you, Ryan. He said Liga 1 is Serie B level. I don't agree.
Yeah.
A Serie B team knocked Juventus out of the Champions League last year. See, I don't personally agree, but to each their own.
Okay.
What do we got next?
Next
Ryan?
donation from Azerbaijan. Thank you for the donation. He said, "Quadrado my o tech," as in Wojtek Szczesny. A
Szczesny,
beer,
that's
or
what they call him.
they call him as a
Wojtek.
nickname.
Oh, Wojtek. Yeah.
That's what I
So
said.
they
I
say
said it
tech.
after.
They say tech.
Oh, tech.
Yeah. Sounds cooler, right?
Mike got mad.
No, I thought you were speaking another language. I didn't understand what you were
No,
saying.
no, I
I
said
mean,
Wojtek.
technically it is, right?
It
It's
is,
Polish.
it is.
Yeah. Quadrado my o tech, a beer or two for bailing him out on that header. Quadrado tried to score on both sides and couldn't to score
Did you
on
guys
both.
see that?
Polish
That was
goalkeepers.
bad. What was he doing?
See that,
It's
Peter?
a replay.
Quadrado almost scored in his own goal, but it looked for sure that he was trying to score on tech. Oh my god! But he literally
He put power. He put power
literally
on
put
that.
power.
He snapped
Yeah.
his neck on that.
He shot this tech.
Wow.
But Szczesny, so underrated. He gets overlooked because of Donnarumma, so much younger
He's
than
a
him.
great keeper.
But yo, he doesn't get talked about enough. We talked about
Great keeper,
we said
man.
this about a lot. From Arsenal to Roma, he really, I feel like, matured a lot. And going to Juventus, he's
Don't forget, Roma's goalkeeper coach is
yeah,
talking about
phenomenal,
underrated.
right? Yeah,
He's
you're
very,
right.
very good. Between Szczesny and Alisson, these are two guys that are on the top level. So
Yeah,
Can I just say one thing?
of course.
You can say
Bernadeschi
whatever you want.
belongs in the MLS.
Who?
Bernardeschi.
Easy.
Bro, he missed in front of the net. The guy is horrible. I watch him play,
Oh,
man.
he has cool tattoos though.
He's bad.
Should we bring him
He's
to the MLS?
brutal,
What do you
man.
think?
He's brutal.
Ryan.
I don't even know if I've let him play in the MLS at that point.
Ryan, this
What are
guy,
you, the commissioner of the MLS? I don't know if I'm allowed to play this.
That's bad, man. That's bad. That's
Nah,
bad. From what I
oh,
see,
we knowing about this, bro. We knowing about this.
Juve, I don't know what they're doing with him, man. Why would you even keep a guy like that? Never mind
For the
start him.
photo shoots.
He's got a
for the
million
photo
followers
shoots.
on Instagram.
Nobody wants him. Mike, anything else?
Yeah, one
I'm
last
trying to find
one.
this Cuadrado on Chesney, but I can't.
I believe you. I believe you.
The header. The last one from Oscar. He said, "Random question: why is Javier Zanetti always overlooked when I need fucking glasses? When people
Our next
name an
sponsor's gonna be
all-time 11 team, I always saw him as the Maldini of Inter. He always takes a back seat to Lam." That's interesting. I feel like
Is he on
sometimes he does get a little overlooked in terms of all-time. There's some truth in that, I think, Peter. Since
I don't agree.
you
Listen,
know more about this than us.
Yeah, I would say Zanetti. I mean, by all means, this guy is right. He's a top player, and was always a world class player, and a gentleman of the sport. The only thing is, when you talk about his technical ability, the guy, yeah, I mean, like he was a track. I remember the Il Trattore. That's his name in Italian, and literally, like, it was so hard to get the ball off his feet. He was so strong. He was so quick and everything. But then when it came to making the cross, he would always fail in crossing and making a.
Are you saying that you hate Zanetti?
Cross? No.
Did
I
you
did
just say
not
that
say
you
that.
hate Zanetti?
I did not say
I think I
that.
heard
You took it so serious.
That's my boy. Zanetti's my boy. Yeah. Javier Zanetti, il capitano.
Blocus.
Always. But then you look at like Philippe Lam or Maicon, right? Those guys, besides the goals scored, could also put a cross on the money.
Pinpoint, right?
Every single time. So, listen, there's a lot of great players, and it's a lot of times it's about the generation, right? Who we consider a great player 30 years ago, other people started considering another player a great, would have even mentioned these guys that are playing right now. So it all depends. Going back, do we want to say a little bit about? I just had a quick thing before. I don't know if we're wrapping up or whatever.
We are. I'll show you this in the meantime.
Okay, yeah, sure.
This is the Cuadrado on goal. Almost on goal.
Madonna.
Oh my god, man! I
That's
don't know what
crazy.
It looked like he was trying to hit it inside his own net.
I was just gonna go mention
Yeah, Chesney laughed.
the
Yeah, tell us.
the relegation zone.
Okay.
Right. So first off, Benevento, we know already, has been a sensation this year. Spezia also has been a sensation this year, and unluckily lost to Roma after coming back. But you have Parma, Cagliari, Torino, and in Genoa we can put in that are in relegation, and even Udinese, 18 points. But definitely Torino, Cagliari, Parma. It's like,
It's not your fault.
what is going on? What is going on? Parma, they got rid of D'Aversa to then now call him back. And they've had some unlucky results, whether it be versus Milan or Inter. But what the hell's going on? And Cagliari, who re-signed Di Francesco for extension.
That's right.
This team hasn't won at all.
In 12 straight games.
Mamma mia,
I posted about it.
terrible. So that's just something. And then just Lazio Sassuolo, which was a game that was direct competitor for Europa League potentially. Lazio was able to get back and win.
Immobile
and
winner.
Milinkovic-Savic, Immobile, those are the guys that come up. So nice to see.
Yes, sir. Guys, we are going to wrap up. Thank you for everybody who's watching, donating, supporting. Guys, make sure you hit that Manscaped. If you're looking for that, just go IFTV, code IFTV. You get 20% off your Manscaped.
The link's in the bio too, so just
Yes,
click
sir.
the link, pull IFTV, and you'll be happy.
Guys, we had a nice talk today. I know the podcasts are not the same without Antonio, but we have some fun too. It's a younger mold. We can make fun of him more. If you guys want, we can keep calling him. I mean, he literally was calling me now. He
just sent the video. Did you see what it
I
was
didn't
called?
watch it.
Did you see what it's called?
What's it called?
Manscaped my soccer balls.
I love this guy. He's a gift that keeps on
We
giving.
gotta do Dig Dong Ditch on him and see who's like, these damn kids keep ruining my door.
We should mess with him a little bit more. Yes,
Oh,
Ryan.
he
I
went
got one.
completely bald. He looks like me out there, man.
He shaves
He's
a
got to
lot.
do it. He looks tougher
does
when he
a
goes
lot.
Yeah, he
bald,
does,
though.
yeah, man.
I don't like.
I don't
I
like
feel
when
like I
he
can't
leaves
make
the side.
jokes though.
We'll
when
post it
he-
on
when he
IFTV
shaves.
Antonio in 10 minutes.
Zero, bro. He looks.
Really?
Not gonna
Oh
lie.
my god.
He looks like somebody.
Oh my
Don't tell me.
god.
Whoa, he looks
Oh
funny.
my
He
god.
looks funny for some reason.
Completely clean.
We're going to post that.
You know you gotta post. Hopefully, did the picture. That picture. You know the picture.
No, I don't.
Yesterday I showed you the
He
picture.
said the swipe.
Adriano.
We said we're gonna do it.
Oh, okay. Ryan, what were you gonna say before we conclude?
So one last thing, going back to what we were talking about earlier about the jerseys. I want to know in the comment section who you guys
Who else are they
who
gonna
you
put it?
guys would be most interested in. What player
Mano
would you
Ross.
like? So let us know in the comments.
There's I don't usually say the haters, but there's a Diana in here.
She
that
hates
says,
you.
Do not send Ryan back on the podcast.
She hates you, Diana.
man.
But she's supposed to, I mean, come on.
Do we know this, Diana?
Yeah, we do know this Diana.
Oh yeah.
Z, Diana Z?
We do know this Diana.
Z?
That's correct.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
He said that's correct.
Listen, we'll make it up. We'll get a Manscaped for you, Ryan.
Oh,
Hey, now we talking.
As always, thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Ciao guys, forza calcio sempre.
Mamma mia.